working. Give me a second. Okay, I think it is working. I hope the microphone volume is loud enough. Okay. Let's go then. We're here on the ground in Oslo and we are going to fly the ATR-42 on over to Sandane? I really don't know how to pronounce it. I will need to check up on that. Yeah, quite a nice freeware airport with even some terminal interior here. So let's head over to the plane and get things going. We are on VATSIM, of course, but currently there is no ATC around here. I hope that changes later, but we will see. This will also be my first flight with the 42. I've done a few flights with the 72 now since the update, and it does look good. I think yeah, they have remodeled the whole exterior and everything. There's, yeah, especially the engines, they look really good. There's still some stuff that yeah, could be improved, but well, it's a 15 euro plane after all, or 20 euro, so let's not complain too much and get inside. From the right side, as always, hang on, let me get my checklist. Alright, there we go. Now, first things first, let me check that GS access current, and let's get the OFP in here. Alright. Now, let's check a few things. As always, the power levers are in ground idle, actually, believe it or not. As I explained in my review of the updated ATR, something is off with the in-game display of where the power levers are, but they are actually in ground idle. Condition levers are in idle, flaps are up, landing gear lever is down, EC 1 and 2, nothing there, and the wipers are both off, so let's give it some energy. NFC auto test is lighting up. We need some external power. There we go. And here we are. So let's request catering, because why not? Let's go with SAS. And the fuel. Fuel is a bit weird. I don't think it works, but I want to try anyway. Oh, there's someone. Alrighty. These flashing warnings, they do annoy me a bit, I have to say. Let's set the lights. We can set the nav lights, the no device signs, and the emergency exit lines can go to ARM. Yeah, let's go through the overhead real quick. I'm gonna leave the fuel pumps off until we've got the fuel. Here in the sample indications we got 3 green. The lights we just set, prop brake off at this point in time, external selected on, the batteries are on, test the FDR real quick, or the CBR in that case. Alright, we have armed the emergency exit signs. We can put on the windshield heating, and the rest all looks good. Oxygen can go on. Then let's do some fire tests. And cockpit smoke test. That should do it. Just going through the checklist real quick. It's quite extensive, and there's not really a point to do all of that. We can check the annunciator lights. Always fun to do that. Everything is lighting up and looking good. Wonderful. Okay. Then the trims are in neutral, idle gate is in ground idle, the parking brake is set. We can check the pressure. We have accumulated pressure 3000 psi, so that's good. Weather radar, we can put that to test. Let me see the test image. Looking good so far, so let's put that on standby. There we go. And then I believe it's basically almost all. We can test the
Terrain
GPWS.
awareness test start. Terrain awareness system test. Terrain awareness test complete.
Wonderful. Oh, fueling truck's there. Let's open the door for the catering real quick. And according to SimBrief, we need 1,815 kilograms of fuel. Currently we have even more in the plane, but will you stay, please? Refueling done. Okay, complete now. Completing. Yeah, and it is driving off. Alright, we'll have to do it via the payload manager here, or rather on the flight plan page we can set the fuel, so 1815. For some reason it never sets it exactly like that. We're 35 kilos off now, but well, should do it still. What I didn't know you could do is check the stick pusher. You can do that. So disengage the gust lock. Then open the maintenance cover here and put the rotary selector to yes. And then I believe it's this verify FMA shaker annunciations. Nothing on the FMA. Or maybe if I... No. Okay, but if we click test here... hang on. Doing anything? No. Oh, hang on. No. Gas lock is disengaged. Rotary selector yes. Press and hold test button. Yesterday it worked. There we go. It's quite fast, so let's... Yeah, there we go. I wouldn't have thought that they implemented this because it's not the most feature-rich aircraft, but quite nice still. Alright, we've got the fuel, we've tested some stuff. Let's check the nose wheel steering, that's as required. Skip the oxygen masks for today, and then I believe we can set the FMS. So he's still there. We'll start boarding as soon as he's done. So the nav data is okay. It doesn't really say any dates here, but I should have the current one. So let's go in it. pause in it, current GPS position and sensors in it. And let's return, go to, no, not nav data, flight plan in it. And route, we could import it, but it's quite a short route anyway, so we are Whiskey India Foxtrot 78 Mike, I believe. Let me recheck that real quick. Alright, I don't have the in-game panels because they impede my performance quite a bit, but let's go with this one then. Hang on, you can't see. On my second screen, so 7-3 Mike it was. That in here from Echo November Golf Mike to Echo November Sierra Delta we're going. Execute. Okay. Let me check the methods real quick. So wind from 0, 2, 0 and 7. So we start in Oslo at 0, 1 left, and the FTOC 5 Alpha. Execute. So the waypoints 436, 37, 38, 46, 722, 45, 450, and FTOC. Yeah, that's good. Let me also check real quick the METAR for our destination. that in the box as well. So Sandane, no, not the NAB, the RNAV 26, please, and the Vatpa 1 Kappa. Octet is our via, and no transition. Perfect. Let's check that real quick. So we started Vatpa. Then Sierra Delta 630 with a minimum height or altitude of flight level 140. Yep. Then 625 with flight level 110. That's also correct. And then Octet with a minimum of 8,000 feet. Ah. That's interesting. It's 8,000 and above. Execute, please. And after that, with the RNP. Oh, now I know why. Because on the RNP, Octet is our initial approach fix, and there 6,800 is our altitude. So yeah, let's go with that then, because otherwise we would probably be a bit too high. So let's keep 6,800 in there. After that then, we have Itvak and Nunki, and at Nunki we start our 5.4 degree descent onto Sierra Delta 500, which is our last waypoint, and after that it's a bit of visual flying. This approach is just follow some valleys and back to Octet. Perfect. We can clear the discontinuity. Go in here to the flight plan, please. Thank you. And that's about that. Catering. Oh, he probably waits for us to close the door. That's why he's still there. Let's do that then. Yeah. Okay. Then let's request boarding. Shouldn't take too long. After all, we have 48 passengers. Okay. Back to the FMS. Let's go back to data and init. We've got the position, flight plan. Let's go over to weight. No, thank you. So our fuel on board. Well, here it has almost the flight plan block fuel, but anyways, 1780. Let's put that in. Here we go, and I don't think it loads the aircraft live with GSX, so let's set the payload then here. Still 1718 on the fuel. Zero fuel weight 16,804 according to the flight plan. It's supposed to be 16.9 tons, 16,922, so well, which is it now? And that's one thing that really annoys me with this plane. Someone else here, nice. The numbers don't add up, so let's see. Flight performance, mass and balance. What's it saying here? It says 44 seats are occupied, even though we're 48. Total mass 17,285. Do we have zero fuel weight somewhere here? Cargo. I really don't like this. It doesn't really tell me what I want to know. Well, according to this, the fuel is correct, but not according to what the aircraft is telling me. Let's reset the fuel real quick. Maybe that's gonna do anything. The performance, yes. So no, still. Let's keep it like that then. Shouldn't make too much of a difference anyways. reserve fuel is 400 kilograms. So let's put that in here. And let's go back to the performance in it. Our cruising altitude will be flight level 200. That's okay. Weight we have done. Let's go to the performance page then. 7,000 on the transition. I don't think it does anything putting that in here, because on other aircraft then the QNH or the altimeter flashes, but not here for some reason. What else can we do? We can put in cruise winds. So let's check the flight plan real quick. 342 with 90 knots we have up there. Let's put that in, and for approach 351 with 11, we'll adjust that as we go in and have more recent numbers. Okay, then we have done basically everything in here. Let's set the squawk then to 1000. Enter. And the TCAS we have to set to standby and then back to auto, because right now it's in standby and it doesn't change even though it says auto here. So back to standby. We'll leave it at standby for now. Do we have to... Why don't... Oh, oops. Of course. Need to put it in here, and then it works. Okay, what else can we do? Can set the altimeters right now. It's... So the meta is wind from 1010 with 10 knots, a bit variable. KVOC 23 degrees, QNH 1025, so quite nice weather here. So let's put in the QNH 3, 4, 5, and same for the captain. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, someone coming in. Very nice. Apart from that, we can go into the procedure down here. So the parking brake is engaged and we check the pressure. Altimeters are set to 1025. I'll ignore the standby instrument here. Landing elevation. I can't really set anything in here, I believe. Oh, manual, but no, it doesn't say anything. Usually it takes this info from the FMS, I think, and in the 2020 version this panel looked a bit different, and there you could change it, but this is not really doing anything. Maybe, do we have a pressurization info somewhere here? I mean, I'm sure we do, but what does it tell us? Here. Do we have a landing altitude somewhere here? No. Okay then. Let's just let it do its thing. I haven't had any issues with this so far. FMS com nav, we can set the comms. Haven't done that yet, so we can set 1228 over here, and on the VHF2 1215, and of course swap the frequencies. There we go. So the boarding is completed. In that case we can also close up the doors. So we have set that the fuel quantity 1718 kilograms balanced on board. Engine fuel use we have already reset. The memo panel, I believe that's this one here. All looking normal as it usually does. 85. And the power management is on takeoff. So we've got pre-for prop rotation here. Before we continue, let's start the engine in engine 2 in hotel mode. So let's switch on the fuel pumps. Let's go start selector A and B. And as I explained in my last video, the prop brake is not ready yet. So if I started the engine now, it would simply turn. We need to engage the gust lock again, first and foremost, and give us some hydraulic pressure. And now the prop brake says ready, so we can engage it and start engine 2. Prop area is clear still, even if something would go wrong. Where is it now? Here, start it on. And at 10% we can introduce the fuel, so condition lever 2 in feather. Let's check. Yeah, it is running as we can see, but it is not turning. Still need to adjust the view here. Something like this. Yeah, that's good. That's 3.6, and the other one, let's go a bit more forward. This. Come on. I can barely go to the cabin window here. That was 2.0. So 6 around here and 0 here. Cool. It's quite a cute small cabin. We have seat numbers here. No, but it's not many rows. Although baggage is just coming in. Okay. I thought it said boarding was completed, but anyways, the engine is running in hotel mode, and for some reason it's running quite high. Quite hot, sorry. I think I've had this before, but I can't remember what the issue really was. Let's get on with it then. External power off, and everything is still running. Perfect. That means we did everything correctly. What else can we do, or should we do? Seatbelt signs we can turn on. And at this point the probe's heating as well. Let's check the takeoff data. So let's see if that corresponds with what we have here. Yep, it does. So let's go to performance.
Oslo, Echo November,
15.
Mike, Scandinavian 483 on ILS,
takeoff data. Now we have the box
01 left.
up here. Let's go with auto here. Alright. We need to set the trim, so I believe it was at weight 0.8 up. Indication is up here. Got a lovely trim horn. Come on. One more. There we go. Okay, trim is set. The cockpit door locking system. For that we need to close the cockpit doors. So we have double door, and the system is on. And just lock the door. Yeah, so CDLS is on, FMS and takeoff data confirmed, trims set, doors are closed. Oh, I didn't know that we have the doors.
Canadian 483 Oslo,
that's cool.
8 miles on the ILS.
Seatbelt is on, and now we can switch on the beacon. Then the before prop rotation procedure is completed. Ah, damn, I may have messed this up. No, Still alright. Okay, because sometimes GSX acts up with the pushback because technically our engine is already running and it doesn't really recognize that. Not to worry though. We seem to be able to press that. Yes. Standard pushback for... Okay, let's go with that then. Let me check real quick where we need to go. So we would... Oh, there's someone behind us. Okay, he's basically gone. Which position are we? 10. Got him in traffic. Widerøe 73 Mike pushing back position 10. Cutman. Okay then.
Oslo, Scandinavian 483 on final
standard pushback.
01 left.
Oh. Hang on. I need to finish their loading through the closed cargo door. So that's interrupt pushback. Yes. No. Okay. No need to overreact. Prepare for pushback into caution. Say yes, please. Yes, please. Come on. Yes, hello. Hurry up a bit, please. But we're pretty much on time. I filed for departure or off blocks at yeah, 1 minute ago basically, so we're good. You can remove the trucks though. Let me set the nav display. I would like to have it like this, and this one as well, please. And we can... No, hang on. Like this, yes. This is correct. And we can set the map on here. Alright, so we're gonna push back this way, I believe, and then taxi out to runway 10 left. Okay, that looks good. She's standing in there. That's okay. Come on, please. I won't keep everybody waiting. So standard pushback ATR, release parking brakes, there you go.
Oslo traffic load 482, lining runway 01 left.
Okay, that looks good. There's the red line, so let's release the prop brake. We need some hydraulic pressure again. It's unlocking, and we have rotation. Wonderful. How is our ITT looking? Yeah, it's going down now, so... Oh, yes. Oh yeah, right, here in Scandinavia they just push straight, and... Well, technically that enables still others to taxi by, but it's still a bit weird. Anyways, give me my engines, please.
Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 483, clear of runway 01 left.
Looking alright, so let's go for condition lever 2 in auto. We've got the single channel message here. Hello down there. And it's speeding up. No pitch. Stabilize at 70%. Yeah, that looks quite good. let's start engine 1 then. I'm not sure if in the real world they start both engines at once, but why not? So the starter is turning, and let's open the fuel feather. Got oil pressure. Oil temperature is slowly rising as well. IGT is stabilizing. Very good. That was nice. Screenshot simulator. Alright, seems like we have stabilized. Then we can put condition label 1 in auto as well. Single channel message here. Low pitch. Alright, very good. In the meantime, let's put the coupling over to my side, go for heading and arm LNAV and IA. What is the stick pusher now? Wasn't it supposed to say that before? IAS.
Collision 4 for the line up and take off on 01 left.
Didn't I? Yeah, it's just at flight normal, so let's just put that back. Stick pusher. Please not. Huh. Alright. ATR, the ATR strikes again. We will see. Let's set the flaps to 15. Start selector can go to off. Let's set the taxi lights. The TRU can go on, and we have no white lights, so that is good. All the heaters are on. Anti-skid test we can perform real quick. And that should be about it. And yeah, generators are all running, no fault lights there, so I think we are good to go. We can, oops, put the transponder on, so surveillance transponder on. And with that, we can check the procedure down here. So the flight warning system is recalled, cockpit comm hatch, that little thing over there is closed, condition levels 1 and 2 are in auto, anti-icing is not required, the TRU is on, anti-skid test is performed, the flaps are in 15, and the nose wheel steering, I even forgot to switch it off for the pushback, so not to worry about anything there. Let's put map on here, the nav display on here, and see where we are gonna taxi. Okie dokie. My rudders are quite sensitive, so once I've wiggled them a bit, then they seem to work better. Let's check the flight controls real quick while we are still here. So on top we actually have a road spoiler indication, so that's full left, full right and neutral, elevator, full up, full down and neutral, and for the rudder that's full left, it's a bit twitchy, full right and neutral. And engage the gas lock real quick again, so let's disengage the parking brake to brake again, otherwise we will be rolling. And let's announce our intentions. Gardermoen traffic, Widerøe 73 Mike taxiing to holding point Alpha 2, runway 01 left via Echo Kilo in November, Gardermoen. Alright, oh, I'll get my stick that I use as a tiller real quick. Okay. Anyone around us? No. Perfect. Seems a bit of differential thrust there. Also, for some reason, the nose wheel is almost not turning. Like, this is full tiller and it's turning maybe 30 degrees, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. And I think we can just go over there. Lufthansa's pushing. Going to Munich, I saw. Right, let's check the taxi procedure real quick. Taxi and takeoff lights I have switched on. The brakes we can check in a second. The FMAs are set. Takeoff config test. So let's check the brakes real quick. Yep, brakes are checked. And takeoff config down here. Takeoff config okay. Perfect. Oh, the stick pusher indication FMA went away, so... Oh, right, select 7,000 feet for initial climb clearance. Almost forgot. Maybe now. There we go. Just over here onto Kilo. The next left onto November. Coming up here. Nice. Okay, clear from the right. Clear on the left. Oops. Correct that real quick. Alright, we can switch on the weather radar. And the GCAS. Auto. Work. Yes. Auto and above. There we go. Alright then, so we're gonna turn on to Mike right here, and that's Alpha 2 then. So we're almost there.
Oslo traffic, Lufthansa 8 Papa Whiskey, taxi by Kilo, November to holding point Alpha 2, short runway 01 left.
Alpha 2 coming up, so we can get rid of the map. And gust lock. Alright then, cabin crew prepare for departure, and let's go for the before takeoff procedure then. Takeoff briefing is performed, the gust lock is off, we have checked the flight controls, transport 9 TCAS are on airflow, we keep it normal, cabin crew is advised, engine bleed, we keep them on. Exterior lights, we'll do that as we line up. Got him on traffic, Widerøe 73 Mike lining up runway 01 left, got him on traffic. Oops, a little bit fast here. So, strobes and landing lights, that should be enough. Looking good on the left, let's not hit that light, and looking good on the right. That should do it. Center the heading block. Parking brake for a second. So, exterior lights are set. Lateral FD cam. To this day, I don't know what that is. Sorry, no. Lateral flight director bar is centered, yes, but the rudder cam, I don't know what that is, but that's okay. All right then, we have got 3,600 meters of runway in front of us. That should be plenty enough, and then let's just follow the SID. Transition altitude 7,000, let's not forget that. Did I forget anything? We've got the lights, the timer starts itself, so I believe we can take off. Got on traffic with 073 Mike, taking off runway 01 left, FTOC 5 Alpha, departure. Let's disengage the parking brake. Advance the power levers and set them to the notch. Love the prop animation. Okay. Bit of rudder, that won't work. Because my tiller is the stick, its inputs conflict with the yoke, but that's 100 knots, and that's V1, and rotate, accelerates quite fast.
Also traffic, Lufthansa 8 Papa Whiskey.
We've got LNAV, positive rate, gear up. Very nice. Beautiful round here. Alright. Trim it out a bit. Should have checked the wind, but last time we checked it was straight on the nose, so that's okay. Okay then. Forgot about the acceleration altitude, but that should be around it, so let's put the power management to climb. So we're gonna pitch down a bit and accelerate. Yaw damper goes on, and as it's basically just this little turn, let's put on the autopilot already. That's flaps up, speed checked, turn off the taxi lights and check procedure. Landing gear is up, flaps are 0, power management is on climb. Engine bleeds, not required, taxi takeoff lights are off. Next up the altimeters. Look at this, beautiful.
Number traffic, North 85 for pushing back from Sandane for number traffic.
Still no ATC sadly, anywhere around here, but at least there was some traffic in Oslo.
Lufthansa 8 Papa Whiskey taking off, runway 01 left, also traffic.
Bit of hazy layer, but we've got 9 degrees outside currently, so yeah, I don't think we need RTIs for that. I'm not too sure about this deviation bar, the vertical deviation bar right here. I haven't seen it before the update, and now for RNF departures it also appears, but it seems to be a bit buggy, which is not that much of a surprise to be honest. But yeah, 1,000 to go, so let's clear ourselves up to our cruising altitude of 20,000 feet. Again, I'm very excited to see if we make it up there and how the climb rate will be above 10,000, because with the 72 it's no fun. It's a real piece of work getting up to cruising altitude. Very hazy. Alright, that's 7,000. So let's go standard. Standard, check that. Next would be the descent procedure. Alright, so in the departure there's this hook around here, this hook. I'm gonna go direct FTOC because there's not really a point of doing this. If there was any ATC we would have probably gotten that direct as well. So let's do that right now. Direct FTOC and execute. Wow, so apparently we're supposed to reach 20,000 in 20 miles. So that's going to be very interesting to see if that works. So, according to my checklist, have I forgotten anything? No? Looking good. Great. Beautiful scenery around here. Actually, I've been flying to Oslo for the first time yesterday in the sim, and this is my first departure out of Oslo, so I really should have gotten here earlier, because it's no secret that Norway is beautiful, but that's really nice indeed. So let me try something. Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay, let's not do that. Let's try this. Yeah, that's a bit better. The LOD system with the ATR is really weird, because as you can see, the further I go, here we're already missing the textures of the engines. And we are not far away. If I go just a little bit further, I'm gonna see, yeah, now also the tail fin is white, and we're gonna see missing panels and all that fun stuff, so they have messed that up a little bit. This This is a feature of the flight bar that's on top of the stream, by the way. They also have this little camera, built-in camera tool. I just see something is wrong with this progress bar, so let me... hang on. Here. It should be a bit better. First time trying that out, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it, but I think that's good now. So I'm gonna put on my fan that's behind me, because it's getting really hot in here with the PC running the simulator. I hope it's not audible in the microphone. If so, please do let me know. Alright, hang on. Stop that. We have crossed 10,000, so let's switch off the landing lights and got a pretty good climb rate, but we can turn off the seatbelt signs. So the performance with the 42 is way better than with the 72. I mean, it's got the same engine and engines and it's significantly lighter, but and okay, we didn't have that much fuel today, but still, it's at this point in the 72, even for the same flight, same payload, probably we would have gotten climb rates of 700 feet maybe per minute. And I don't know why. It's really weird. I don't think they have got that right in the thing. Anyways, beautiful landscape. So much to see there. Let's stay there then. To go. Still above 1,000 feet per minute, so I'm happy with that. We're climbing even faster than the profile is telling us, so that's good. On the VNAV page, anything there? Yeah, we're climbing with 600 feet per minute more than the FMS would want us to, which is crazy if you think about it, but in that case, let's accelerate a bit. Let's go for 170 knots. Let's see if it likes that better. Or how our climb rate is, speed. Because 170 is also the standard climb speed for the 72. But even at 160, the 72, it's just no, it doesn't want to go up at all. Yeah, we are deviating again, so still at 170 we are climbing faster than calculated. I wonder what the vertical deviation plus 1 feet means, because pretty sure we're more than 1 feet above our profile, 1 foot. Destination. I'll fill that in later. For now, let's wait until the top of climb. And Batpa will be our top of descent. I already checked the arrival. So we're gonna start our descent there because we have to be above 14,000 anyways at the next waypoint, which is only 11 miles apart. So that should give us enough, or Batpa should be late enough to descend. We can also switch on the airports. Nav. Here, all the way down to airport. They keep flashing in and out, so they will be visible in a moment, I'm sure, again. But also, I'm not sure what that's about. And I'm avoiding the terrain because it is still misaligned as it was in 2020, but also here we go, there's some airports around us, but also it's other people have had game-breaking bugs with the terrain display, so I'm not going to touch that. Okay, I've got myself a glass of Coke. Let's see how it's looking. 1,000 to go. And still, this is I think as high as I ever have gotten the 72. But we still have, at 10 knots above our target climb speed, we still have 600 feet per minute. In the regular climb, no MCT, no nothing, so pretty nice, I have to say. Some airports coming up there. Can't see them yet. Star. Let's go for the automatic speed then. Should go up to our cruise speed in a second. There, the airports disappeared and now appeared again, so not sure what that's about. F-talk, we can do a quick fuel check in a second, so yeah, that's out and our target cruise speed is 208 knots. Shouldn't be any issue. the flight log on the second screen. So at F-Talk we should have been on our way for 20 minutes, 16 minutes. We saved quite a bit with our shortcut. We should have used 434 kilograms. We have used 260, which is insane, and that's all that we have used so far. I can't believe how fuel efficient turboprops are. And 1381 are supposed to still be in the tank, so we've got way more than that. And the 260 plus the 1510 gives us, or 1500 now gives us 1760, which is basically what we had as block fuel, so that all checks out wonderfully. I wonder if somewhere... Oh, the top of descent is in 2 minutes and 3 miles. Yeah, I don't think so. As I said, Matpa is where we will go down. For some reason it doesn't give me a top of descent here. It doesn't really calculate it on its own anymore. But yeah, it's almost never accurate for me anyways. Crazy, even with the headwind. Ground speed of 270. Not even with a tailwind I could do that with 72 yesterday on my way from Amsterdam over to Oslo. This is something seriously wrong there, but I'm glad to see that the 42 is maybe even a bit overpowered, but I'm not complaining. We can set the TCAS to below as well, so let's go surveillance, TCAS, oh no, it's at nav, below, let's go back to cons. Yeah, what I was about to say is I wonder if the optimum and maximum altitudes are displayed somewhere here, but I don't think so. Not on the BNAV, not on the progress, also not on the next progress page. Mark, what's mark? Okay. This is also weird. There's this message tab, which looks like it is for ACARS or CPDLC, but there is no ACARS or CPDLC. No, stop that. How can I? Ah! Oops. Didn't know what I was thinking what would happen. And here, oh yeah, okay, that turned it off in the client at least. Oh, no ATC around here anyways. But yeah, that's just all the frequencies that we can put in here manually. So there's no, well, I suppose this would be the ACARS and agency menu. Oh well. RNS, yeah, that's just that. Performance maybe? Cruise out. So we've got the one engine out ceiling. That's there. Cruise mode, maximum cruise. Could go for long range, which would give us an even faster cruise speed, oddly enough. Or is this what we are selecting? What's available to select and the other one is engaged? Not sure. But yeah, I don't think there's anything useful in here. So yeah. Airport is right in front of us. Oh, there it is. Up these ground textures a bit. A little bit. PC is not good enough for that. And there was another one to the left. Somewhere around here. I don't see it. Anyways, around 50 miles till our top of descent, so let's prepare for said descent. So let me quickly. That in the plane. So get rid of the yoke. 2150 barometric, yeah. Quite high, but makes sense. This approach. Takes a little bit. I remember there was an upper limit for the MPA, so I hope it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. Was it 2150? And that's synced. Oh, there, perfect. Oops. Oh, just some scratches in the window. Alright, then there's no ILS frequency or course that we need to put in, but the inbound course is 250, so it can't hurt to put that in. Let's go... Well, that's probably VOR in ILS, but I'm gonna put it in anyways, at least from my side. Just as a backup. I mean, there's the localizer, so we could put the localizer frequency if anything should go wrong. That's 108.3. Let's put that in here. 3. 108.3. And yeah, let's set that already, because I'm not sure how well the ATR at this stage handles an RNF approach, so better be safe than sorry. So 250 on the course over here as well. There we go. And other than that, did I go for? Oh no, I'm supposed to go for cruise power. I forgot about that. I believe that's mostly at landing elevation. Again, we can't do anything about that. Yeah, looking good. Just out of interest, let's check the pressurization. Coming altitude 4,400 feet, 6 psi differential pressure, so looking very good here. Perfect. Very nice. Let me put on that orbit cam. I actually prefer that it has the, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that, but I prefer that it has the inside sounds, because otherwise it will be quite loud. Something I forgot to do, which we can do now, is putting in the weather data for Sandane. Wait, give me a second real quick, I need to see how that's pronounced. Let's go to Google Translate. Let's go to Norwegian. Sandane. Okay, simple enough. The weather in Sandane is actually, the wind is from 310 with 11 knots, so that's a bit of a crosswind, but okay. Cavok with 20 degrees and a QNH of 1028, so quite good weather. There's a remark saying wind, runway 27, wind 270 with 10 knots, and at 1,126 feet. Wind from 280 with 9 knots, so yeah, on runway 26 it's right on the nose. At 1,000 feet it's a little bit from the right, but not really anything noteworthy in my opinion, so we should be very much fine there. There's Butpa, so let's not forget our descent. Let's go performance, and next page. We set 8,000 for the transition level, QNH 1028 in here. The wind, runway 26 was 270 with 10. 10 and 0 gust. Gives us an approach speed of 107 knots. I believe on the VNAV page we also have that information, but for some reason, yeah, I can't put anything in there, so not sure if you're supposed to, but also not sure what else you're supposed to do with that. Oops, there we go. ISA deviation 6. Is that so? 7 according to the flight plan, so that's okay. Let's stay at the performance page. Let's cross Badpa and then start our descent. Wow, it looks quite interesting. This high plateau sort of with all the canyons in there. Now the fun part begins. Right, let me calculate real quick on SimBrief what it says. Oh, and this is going to be interesting because there's a SimBrief remark that the arrival runway may be inadequate for landing. So, let me start the descent real quick and then I will show. So what if I put... nav, please? What if I put VNAV? And... oh yeah, it goes down. So let's go down with the speed a bit, with the power, I mean. And we want to go down to... let's go for 11.0 first. Put the power back too much. And hello, enough please, descent. Thank you. So 140 is our first constraint here. I'm gonna make that quite comfortably. And we're gonna reach flight level 11.0 just around where we should. Ease of the throttles. Little too much. Hello. I guess. Let's put on the seatbelt signs. Yeah, that's okay. It's also something I've noticed, just moving the thrust levers, throttle levers, whatever, by a minimal amount would change the power quite drastically. But that seems to be okay. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. Okay. What did I want to... oh yeah, the performance, right. So let's go back. into the plane. Oh, a little bit fast. And we're approaching flight level 110. Let's go for 7,000 feet then. To be reached after octet. And I don't want the VNAV anymore, so let's give me an IAS descent. Do we have any speed restrictions? No. Okay. So we're a bit below profile, but that's okay as long as we make the restriction. Oh wow. So I believe the airport should be somewhere around here. I think. So here we take a right, then we go over this hill, or mountain almost. Somewhere around here we should land at Sandane. It's gonna be really interesting. Let me set the misapproach track, which was 292. So almost correct already. There we go. And let's slow down a bit. Let's go for 220. Quite sensitive on the pitch and power coupling there. The flight director, not the plane itself. And as I said, I'm moving my thrust levers like in a matter of millimeters, and it's doing this. So well, I've got quite the descent rate, so let me accelerate a bit. So it should raise the nose, hopefully, to reach the speed target. A little bit. Let's go with vertical speed then. So until Itvak we need to stay 6,800 or higher, and then we descend down to 6,000 to be reached at Nunki, where we start our final descent. Let's go for the QNH then. 1028 I believe it was. Let me recheck quickly. Yes. Okay. Descent procedure. Flight warning system is recalled. Landing elevation. Let's say it's checked. The FMS is set and checked. The MDA we have set at 2150 feet. Arrival briefing sort of performed. Approach checklist sequence we've got on. Oh, the landing lights, of course. How could I forget? On. Altimeters are set and checked. Cabin altitude is, of course, checked. One there, full. Let's set, oh dear, the approach. I hope I did that early enough. So we've got VFP armed. Okay, we've reached out. Oh yeah, down there it is. So let's go for speed 200. There's the vertical deviation bar and VFP. Oh. Oops. Oh forgot something. Oh no. I forgot to descend to 6,000. So let's try to catch that. Yeah, almost. Come on. Let's go for the auto speed. I believe we have caught it, or we are about to. Let's go with flaps 15. And I think my performance is going into the bin again, so I hope that won't last because I've been having some issues there. So let's pray for that. I'm not sure if I need to set the ground as the altitude, but almost seems like it because outcell is is armed. Let's go down there. Try to recatch it. Not sure if I messed up the plane and the FMAs now. Please go down. Oh wow. Yeah, it's getting it. Let's put the gear down for a bit more drag. Hello? Gear, thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job, I apologize. Alright, let's consider the cabin crew advised. Hang on, let me check real quick. So we are... okay, let me put that to... I think I have messed up the plane a little bit. We are away 3.1 miles from SD 500.
Approaching minimum.
Okay.
Minimum.
Continue.
Minimum.
And we're supposed to be at 2,450, so we are indeed a bit below the profile. So let's go with flaps 35 then. Oops, a bit too fast, but that's okay. Alright, now we've caught the vertical flight path again. So the landing gear is down, the flaps are set, power management goes back to takeoff till you low speed, icing air light is not required, and taxi takeoff light on. Okay, there is the field. We have crossed our minimums, so now it is manual flight. So let's switch off the flight directors. Damn, look at this. Wow. And the autopilot. Let's maneuver ourselves in position. So 107 is our landing speed, or approach speed, which we are decelerating towards. I hope we will make that. Yeah, that didn't work out as I have planned it.
500.
Yeah, that's checked. Come on, please slow down a bit. It's not as draggy as I thought it would be, but that's a cool approach. I'm gonna do that again, not too far in the future.
200.
And that's okay.
Don't sink. 50, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, see? No problem at all. We even made the taxiway. Ah, crap, I forgot the recording. That would have probably looked hilarious, but yeah, it can land on a dime, the ATR. But that was not entirely terrible. The approach was, but the landing was... I'm okay with it. But yeah, for next time I know you need to definitely watch the speed, but I messed up the systems a bit, the FMAs and everything, so yeah. Alright, let me put up the flaps, and I completely forgot to announce ourselves, but there's no one else here, so let's put that to standby. can go on. The TCAS can go to standby. Oh dear. What's the procedure with parking here? Oh yeah, we just go in there and that's it. Okay then. East parking? No. West parking? Probably. No. Yes. Damn it. Alright. Let's change the facility and see... No, we need to go for that. Okay. That's okay. We just ignore them. So look away for a second. Yep, sorry. Coming through. And again, that shows your preparation is key. Should have prepared for that. But that's okay. For next time, we'll know. There's a weird dirt spot above the EFB on the window. Need to check that out in a second. Alright, as if nothing ever happened. Hello, we are here. Are you gonna... Yes. No, I'm not gonna cut the engines. I'm gonna... Why is this guy in the ground? A little bit more. There we go. Not sure if I have a GSX profile for this one. Probably not. So, parking brake is set. Let's go through the procedure. So the radar is in standby. The flight controls are locked. Flaps are 0. Trims. I am gonna reset. Alright, lights. Trims reset. Those can go off. The strobes can go off. Anti-de-icing we didn't have on. Probe seating and TRU we will switch off. And the heaters. After 1 minute, condition lever 1 feather, then fuel shut off. Feather. And fuel shut off. Now, let's put condition lever 2 into feather as well. Can we engage the prop brake? Yes, we can. Prop brake, and it has stopped. Let's switch off the signs and beacon and go for the... are you serious? Alright. Does it work with the chocks? It does. Very nice. So, parking brake is engaged. Taxi takeoff lights are off. Condition lever 2 is in feather. The beacon is off. The transponder we will put in standby and the seatbelts are off. So, transponder standby. And with that, the parking procedure is completed. That's... yeah, definitely no profile here. Oh, let's unlock the door. There we go. Did it open? It did not. Can I open? Oh, it does open. Alright, let's get out of here. No, it didn't open. Yeah, there is really no connection between GSX and this aircraft, sadly. And for good measure, let's put on the ground power, so that we can switch... Are you serious? The stupid bug. Anyways, switch off engine 2 as well, and let's get out of here. It's very important to get a passenger bus instead of walking in there. Oh, I gotta do everything yourself, then. I'll need to do a GSX profile for this airport then. Shouldn't be too hard with only one position. Well, 2 technically, but Okay, successfully impacted Sandane Lufthavn. Pretty nice, I must say. It's a really cool scenery. Really nice approach. The departures here are also quite interesting. It's basically visual departures to some waypoints, or the back course of the localizer out here. Let's go on the drone cam. Again, this stupid bug. Again, it disabled the ground power. I hate it. Why does it do this? I mean, luckily the plane doesn't delete itself, basically, but still. So unnecessary. Like this passenger bus. Oh well. This is a custom scenery as well, so quite some ground clutter here. And there is someone taxiing. Who are you? Oh, wouldn't you know? He's on VATSIM. He probably was a bit surprised when I just came in there unannounced. But I shouldn't have impeded him. I think if I see correctly, he went out that taxiway just now. And yeah, also with the LOD system, you see already the engine colors are gone, and then now they're back. But the nose wheel, when you're far enough, the wheels go. So the nose wheel's gone already, and now the main wheels are gone. It's so very bad for replace, really. Yeah. Anything in here? No, but that's okay. Look at this scenery. Beautiful. Alright, let's watch him take off. And then I think... no, I do not want to. And then I think that's enough for today. So maybe tomorrow I'll do the flight either back to Oslo or to Bergen. But today, sadly, time does not permit me to do another flight of 1.5 hours total. So yes, I will position myself to be able to watch him taking off. I think he is doing the run-up right now. Let's not stand on the taxiway, maybe. Let's go here onto hello, behind the red line. This does look nice. I need to fly here more often. And the ATR 42 definitely makes it in here with that amount of decelerating. So yeah, I'm gonna position myself right here, and whoever wants to stay to watch him take off can do so. He's still at the departure end of the runway. Sorry, at the threshold of the runway. So yeah. A few people have been watching, so thank you for that, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Just noticed that the music has been running this whole time, but don't tell anyone.